Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lions Vanilla Challenge runs in the Binding of Isaac. They're vanilla, but they're a challenge to me. And you know what? Let's make it even more challenging, at least in the early game, by taking Judas, the character who has the least amount of starting base health, if you will. And we'll see how this works out. Last episode went better than expected, considering I am a jet-lagged piece of garbage right now. I may be exaggerating the state of my condition a little bit, but still, there's extenuating circumstances here. But I thought, you know, why not mix it up? We'll take a high-damage character. It almost worked out for us last time. We did get to the third phase of Isaac on a run where I did not expect that to happen. A run where we got down to 1 heart for a fairly significant amount of time on the third set of floors in the cave. Now, sadly... Sorry, the caves, not the cave. Don't want Sega to take down this video. Spider Buddy is an alright item, but Book of Belial is fairly objectively better in most circumstances. At least in this circumstance, I feel like that's definitely the case. I mean, there are situational items here that would be better than the Book of Belial, which are kind of rare, I guess, for other characters. But for Judas, you know, since he starts with such low health, it's possible that something like... either the Yum Heart or like the Prayer card would be better than the Book of Belial in this situation, and whether that would work out normally is kind of something that is, I guess, up in the air like a George Clooney film. But as of right now, I think the Book of Belial is the smart decision for us so that we don't totally tank against this boss in all likelihood, and we have a little bit more of an easier time cutting through some difficult rooms where hopefully I will not be killed. Now, if I do sound a little bit hoarse here, I apologize for that. I am still a little bit ill. Not as bad as I was when I got back from PAX last year, but certainly I would not be surprised if I sound a little strange right now. But never fear, my health is totally manageable at this point, and it is not like I'm not contagious to you guys. I'm probably contagious to the people around me, so feel bad for them. But you know, if you're just watching this at home, I have not included any pathogens in the tag of this video. There's no H1N1. I wouldn't sweat it too much. Now I'm gonna kill these guys and move on to our first boss. This has been a very laid-back first floor here. Now. Things will stop being laid back if I don't get an HP upgrade, because if I don't get an HP upgrade on this floor, all bets are off on the next floor. I think even as early as the cellar, you can have enemies that do 1 full heart of damage. I'm not sure. You can maybe have green nubs. You can have eyeless ooze guys. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure, but that's my expectation. I also have no keys, but a lot of money. And we're fighting Famine. You know, not the hardest boss in the world to be fighting, but... He can do some unpredictable things sometimes. Actually, Famine is totally predictable. That's not really the word I was looking for, I suppose. But we should be able to kill him fairly easily. And you know what? Cube of meat for a little bit of added defense. It could be worse. It could certainly be a lot better as well. And we're going to be flying through the next floor in the seat of our pants. Actually, that spirit heart that we got there might save us a little bit in the long run. Or in the short run, I guess. In the long run, I have much higher hopes for our chances because it's pretty unlikely that we won't get an HP upgrade at some point in the game. Whether it comes via a pill or via some other more tradition. Well, let's see. Come on, fortuitousness. Alright, well, range down is not the worst thing in the world. But certainly we are coming up against it a little bit. We can't really afford to be getting too many negatives. We really kind of need upgrades to start flowing pretty quickly here, especially since I don't have any keys at all, and that's setting up for what could be a very heartbreaking floor here. But again, if I die quickly, and you know, that is want to happen sometimes, hopefully we will just do another run and better things will happen. Judas is one of those characters, he's very feast or famine, I feel. I might have talked about this in a recent episode. But he's one of those characters where I basically feel like you're either going to have a very good run or you're going to have a very, very short run. Which doesn't necessarily mean a bad run, but for the most part, I guess those do largely coincide. We're going to fight our boss right now because Book of Belial is charged. And I still have all of my remaining health, which means this is probably a better time than we'll ever get again to do this. And you know, since we're not fighting a boss where the set or the item is set afterwards, I'm hoping that we can possibly get an HP upgrade here. We've at least got some hearts in case things go wrong, and I could possibly get a deal with the devil, although it's pretty unlikely that I'd be able to take it unless we get, you know, okay, well, HP upgrade and then a 1 heart deal would be pretty amazing. But they are all 2 heart deals, and they're good 2 heart deals, but I don't think it's worth it. There's 2 reasons why I didn't take Brimstone or Spirit of the Night there. I didn't take Brimstone because I was worried that I would die. I'm not sure if you lose all your Spirit Hearts or if you maintain those after. It might have actually literally killed me to take it. The other reason, of course, is that we see it all the time, so why not mix it up a little bit here? But in any case, so you know, I'm holding out for the granddaddy of them all. Mom's knife could eventually show up and help me carry myself through this. But, you know, this floor has actually worked out fairly well. If only I could get a key or a bomb, which would possibly give me access to a key. This is really our last shot right here. A bomb or a key would be amazing. Pinky's Eye. Alright, well, we got some poison damage occasionally attached to our shots now. Sadly, I guess that's going to do it for this floor. We're going to have to abandon both our item room and our shop, which is, I wouldn't necessarily say humiliating. That wouldn't really be fair to me. We're abandoning item room, library, shop, and a tinted rock, which is, as Judas especially, that is a tough draw to get. There's a golden chest as well, because, you know, we really need these advantages in the early game so we can scale well into the late game, which we do with Book of Belial, assuming we want to keep that. But we desperately need some keys if we're going to make great stuff happen here on a Judas run. Because without items, we are basically nothing at all, etc. You know, I'm not going to do the Ned Flanders quote every single time, because I'm worried Matt Groening might sue me. Now, we are in Catacombs Part 1, you know, we got some poop here, but that doesn't really seem that valuable. Or, sorry, golden poop, I should say. There's a big difference. Doesn't really seem all that valuable, considering I don't have any keys. I'm very tempted to use Book of Belial here, but if we can kill these spiders, the room simplifies greatly. Thank you, poison damage. Still no keys. So you know what I might do? I might examine the entire floor. But if I end up not getting any keys, this is very tempting to use Book of Belial. Oh, Pinky's Eye, thank you. That was really close to me having to take damage, essentially. What was I going to say? We may end up coming back to that slot machine room, killing all the neutral flies, and then playing the slot machine to try to win some bombs and keys, because that has been a real issue so far, as you can likely tell. There's another HP upgrade from Judgment. Was kind of hoping he'd pass me some consumables first, but sadly no such luck. I guess I can't fit through that gap. Time to go to Arketo or something and start losing some weight. And we're going to get the pony here, which is actually really bad, because this means that we're going to get we're fighting the Headless Horseman, but it means we're going to get the pony as our item drop here. And the reason that's bad is because I don't want that. I want to stick with Book of Belial, and I want to have a good birthday party, and I want everybody to be happy, and I want to just not get hit by this skull thing, which is, I finally got hit by a bomb. Our health is better, though, so it's not so bad. But I really need these upgrades, and I just apparently cannot get them. So we're struggling a little bit here, especially, maybe we get to deal with the devil here that works for us, but no bombs and keys is a very bad situation to be in on the Catacombs Part 1. We really need to start reversing the fate that we've had so far. Thank God we got that HP upgrade, but still, let's take these neutral flies one at a time, and then we'll play the slot machine. The slot machine might end up being, you know, the most valuable piece of this puzzle here. And this is one of the few times when I will do my due diligence. If I lose all my money, good. You know, that's what it's there for. I mean, that is literally, I guess, what slot machines are there for, to take all your money. Or, you know, at least as much as you're willing to offer them before feeling so bad that you never gamble again. You know, sure, getting extra penny drops, it means something, I guess, to the slot machine. It procs that it's paid out, and maybe that affects our payout chances in the future. But really, just bombs and keys, man. Particularly keys, but, you know, bombs also give us the chance to gain access to keys. So, really, that's what I'm looking for. If it gives me $1, I'm gonna be, it's a Pyrrhic victory. That's probably improper use there, but it's something that is useless to us, and sadly we wouldn't be able to play the slot machine anymore. So in a way, we destroyed ourselves to win. There's a bomb. That's progress, but not really a lot of it, because we still need this key. Otherwise, oh, thank God. Okay, we can at least, we've already hamstrung ourselves so much that we can't go to the shop because we lost so much money. But getting this key and being able to go to the item room is okay. Now we've got an interesting situation. Things might be turning around slightly. We know that the item room is on the left side there. That's the shop, presumably. It could be the library. We can't tell because of the fact that we have Curse of the Darkness up now. It's going to be very interesting. I think I should go to the shop because presumably it's not going to be greed, given that I came into this floor with not that much money. Oh, I would love to get that key. Oh, God, I opened that by accident, but it ended up being okay because it gave us a key as well. Okay, that was a little frightening. We might as well go into the mob trap room. This is a very important... F. This is a very important floor for us. I think I'm going to go to the shop instead of the item room. Okay, the shop had a key. That's one thing I was very much looking forward to. We're definitely going to buy everything, because why not, basically? And the coin purse could be amazing or terrible. Most of that hinges on this red pill. Balls of steel. That's good. We'll just health up and take it with us. Range down, not really that useful. How about this one? Bombs are key. That's good. That's really good, actually, because now we can afford to open these golden chests up. And hopefully, I mean, this will contain an item or something even better. This is where, you know, we've started the slope rolling in the other direction, and it's starting to work out pretty well. Now, people might be screaming at me right now to take Rusty Key, but I don't really think Rusty Key is that good. There have been runs where I've had Rusty Key, and I haven't really gotten that much of a benefit from it, really. That was an awkward way to explain it, but hopefully you understand what I'm getting at there. But Pinky's Eye, on the other hand, or Pinky Eye, is an item that gives us a pretty standard benefit that is fairly easy to see. So I'm going to roll with that for a while, because again, our damage is not fantastic. It's pretty good, but it's something to write home about necessarily. So I would love to be able to hold on to this. I'd love to be able to hold on to both, but sadly, obviously, that's not possible. So it's amazing how much this slot machine has actually done for us, and I'm really glad it took a second to come back and play it. Even if it has slowed down our momentum a little bit, it's given us a much better chance at success moving forward. So I'm going to leave the key there. You know, I could always use a bomb to get 4 more cents. That would probably be a very foolish use of our money or our resources right there, considering I already have 71 cents. Now we'll go to our item room. Even if our item room doesn't pay out that well, we are leaving here with 5 spirit hearts, which is much more than expected. And it's portable slot, which is actually a very... Maybe we should spend like another minute or so just messing around with this. Because we obviously have a ton of money. I don't want to take portable slot with me for the rest of the game, but I'm totally okay with using it for a while to really help us out. In fact, it might actually be better than Book of Belial. I don't think it would be. And you know, once the money runs out, that's a serious problem for us. But I might as well play this for a while and allow us to get some extra keys and extra bombs. The hearts don't really matter to me. And I wonder how my luck is right now. I don't know if Judas starts with any special luck. So you know what? We'll play this until we get down to... This is going to seem like a while, but we're going to play until we get down to 50 cents. The reason being that if I can get more bombs and keys and solve this problem for myself permanently, that's worth taking another, you know, minute and a half here. And, you know, we're still at the point where we want to keep at least like 50 cents for shops, because we could end up buying out every other shop that we see for the rest of the game. All we've really gotten out of this is a bomb and a Balls of Steel pill, which is good. We're getting pretty close to the end. Oh, there's another Balls of Steel pill. You know, we spent a lot of money on this. Has it paid for itself? Not necessarily, but we're in a better position than we were otherwise. And we're getting a lot of money, so we actually dropped down to 49 cents, but we got 5 more plays here. What can I say? A commitment is a commitment. If I say we're going to go down to 50 cents, we're going to go down to 50 cents. Friends till the end, not a fantastic pill, but it could be worse. If only there was a blood bank on this floor, I could really abuse the shit out of this. Oh, sorry, we're at 51 cents. I didn't realize we got a penny out of that, so... Our final play and we lose, but still... We really spent a lot of time on this floor after beating the boss, going through some interesting stuff. So that was a weird floor. I don't necessarily know if it was my favorite, but I will say I feel like I used more ingenuity than I normally do. And I totally forgot that we even fought the pony. That was so long ago. But here we are, and there's the arcade. And you know what? We absolutely should play the shit out of the blood bank, because we have so many spirit hearts that there's really no reason why not. We're not really looking for money at this point, although it helps. It's not about the money. It's about getting the blood bag, which we did not get, but that's okay. Now, we do have enough keys for the shop, and we do have enough keys for the item room, so we'll try to make that happen. And again, like I mentioned in the last episode, it's kind of crazy how many... oh, that was bad. It's kind of crazy how many alternate floors we've been getting recently, especially the catacombs for some reason. It seems to be showing up all the damn time, which I'm not a huge fan of, because I find the catacombs fairly difficult. As it should be, I suppose, but at the same time, help me out here, game. Help me help you. I'm trying to get out of a slump here. Pretty objective slump, really. We have found our item room. It's always good news. Extra keys falling like rain. Mom's pad hurting my brain. That was an intentional rhyme that didn't turn out too well. And I don't like this room either. But... we're good. We're not rolling in spirit hearts. I would not necessarily feel comfortable getting rid of all of my red hearts to roll like a permanent Horror Babylon type run or something like that. But I feel confident enough that we're going to survive at least the next floor or two on these spirit hearts, unless things go markedly wrong, like really damnedly wrong. But this is the other thing I was hoping for when I played that blood bank a lot, was that there would be a mob trap room on here somewhere. Pretty standard tactic, but you know, getting so low on health that you can go to the mob trap room and then refilling your health boss trap room is a very solid strategy, and one that has allowed us to pick up an extra HP upgrade here. So I am using the Book of Belial on this room. I am notoriously stingy about my use of it, which is an objective bad thing in the Binding of Isaac to not use your spacebar items, especially good ones, to the best of their potential. But this is me trying to be cautious and make sure... oh, that was real bad. Make sure I'm saving myself for the bosses that we'll eventually fight that may be harder. But this is a no-brainer. We're going to be fighting 2 bosses. We might as well use some Book of Belial action. I did take a whole Spirit Heart loss on this room because I walked into Larry Jr. twice, which makes me probably the worst Binding of Isaac player. If I saw somebody do that on like a Twitch stream, I'd be like, this guy's an idiot. But What can I say? You reap what you sow. I'm probably getting that backlash right now. I actually wouldn't think that guy's an idiot. I'd just be like, you know what? That was a bad play. But, you know, again, we're going to pump up the drama here. Now we're just going to walk away. Just break the wrist, walk away. Actually, I did take damage there. I don't think it was from the shot. I think I actually walked into the guy. And, of course, you've got the turrets that actually, or the fire that actually shoots at you like a turret here. Oh, my God. This is terrible, terrible damage. What do we have in here? Ladder. No-brainer purchase, as is the key and the hearts. And the reason I'm picking up the key at this point, I'm kind of going, again, balls to the wall. I'm losing a lot of spirit hearts, which is not what I anticipated, as, you know, you can tell from my commentary earlier. But I can get my... In the very worst case scenario, I'll die. The second worst case scenario, though, these are giving me at least as much money as I spent to get them in all likelihood. We should probably play the fortune teller a little bit. Maybe not a ton, but... you know, enough to have some fun here and possibly win some spirit hearts. I could be persuaded to get rid of Pinky's eye, too, if we could get better trinkets. That is not a trinket. That is the Emperor card, but that's insanely valuable. Definitely more valuable than a range downgrade, I would say. Let's play this guy once just to see if maybe we get lucky. Well, you're lucky. If I had any more bombs, I would probably blow you up for that insolence, but sadly I do not. Now let's deal with this room for the 6th or 7th time on this floor so far. And again, my base damage is pretty low, so I'm very much hoping we get that deal with the devil good damage item option that shows up fairly frequently. But these pills, how do I reach these pills? What is this red one? This red one might be good, right? We found the second secret room by accident. The red one, nobody knows. Bad gas, alright. It wasn't worth a bomb, but it's worth a bomb to identify it, maybe. For knowledge purposes. Ooh, very interesting. Maybe that's a free HP upgrade. That other pill is a range downgrade. I remember that very well. And you know what? With 2 more bombs, maybe this is worth it to try to see what we have here. I know we've had this pill before. It's Balls of Steel. So we'll definitely take that. And I'll use the other bomb to get this other pill, because you never know. Unless we have known, in which case I apologize, but, you know, we haven't come across that many tinted rocks anyway, unless I've missed them, so... here we get a Tears Down. Alright, so that, if I had to say objectively, probably a Tears Down is not worth the bomb we spent, but, well, it's going to exacerbate our damage problems a lot. But we did pick up Balls of Steel as well, so that's cool. And we will get an extra HP upgrade on this floor as a result of the Eternal Heart that we picked up. So there's a lot of trade-offs going on here. This is an easy boss. Are there normally 3 of these guys? I was fairly confident there's only normally 2, but maybe I split them in a weird way and caused this to happen. Just like I caused my parents' split to happen. Now they're actually still together and very much in love in a gross way. So, we have more Spirit Hearts and a Tears upgrade, which compensates for that a little bit. And we get Dead Dove from the deal with the Angel Room, which is actually really, really fantastic. And kind of eliminates the need for me to have used those bombs earlier, but again, hindsight is always 20/20. So, I'm feeling much better, actually. That was an up and down floor, but probably ended more up than down, which is all you can really ask for from the Binding of Isaac. Again, probably would not have bought the ladder if I... Did I not pick up a bomb right there? I thought that was Bomb and Key, which sounds like a sweet name for like a Binding of Isaac-themed English pub, but, you know, I'll talk to my investors about that later. I imagine that bank loan will probably be declined, but I don't have any bombs now, so it's over there, I guess. My bad. And, you know, let's continue picking up health. I'm still at the point where now I'm actually maybe considering being able to roll all Spirit Hearts, because these Balls of Steel pills just keep coming up, but, you know, we'll cross that bridge as we come to it. First things first, we'll check out our shop, and the Compass and Spirit Heart, I'd say, are a total no-brainer here. And now that, you know, that dollar is having a pretty quantifiable, effect of an upgrade, shall we say. And even though I bought out that shop, we're still going to have enough to buy out the next shop if I want to. You know what? With Spectral Tears, this isn't actually... Oh, Spectral Tears are not like piercing shots. I'm going to use my, my Book of Belial here, just to help me do some more damage. The poison will still hit them, even if it doesn't hit them head on. But eventually we're going to lose Pinky's eye, so I really hope we get piercing shots. It's been a while since I just got, like, vanilla piercing shots. You get Brimstone all the time, you know? You get technology fairly often, but... just straight old, I forget what it's called. When you put the feather on your head, not to accidentally be a little offensive maybe, but I forget what that's called. Cupid's arrow? Yes, I think it is Cupid's arrow. Anyway, which is weird because I don't remember Cupid wearing a feather on his head, but maybe he did. I don't know. It's not like I'm the Cupid expert. More like the stupid expert. Now, we are still alive and somehow managed not to take damage, and unlimited keys on this floor is actually a huge bonus. Now, let's see what we get from our mob trap room. Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it mostly because I still don't have a lot of stuff. On the consumable front, I'm not doing so hot. Normally, at this point, I would probably be like, yeah, you know what, unless it's a golden chest, I'm not going to go for it. And I would definitely go for a golden chest this time because we have unlimited keys. But, you know, I'm being a little bit more patient on this run. This is going to be a long one unless I end up picking up a fetus in a jar or a mom's knife. But, you know, it's long, but it's worth it. Said, your mom. So, let's ignore that ever happened and then just continue onwards, shall we? And the other thing I could do against these guys is try to get a little bit more aggressive and be like, alright, motherfuckers, it's Cuba meat smashing time. Like, oh, man. Yeah, okay, so we're never going to do that again. I tried, though. God help me, I tried. And now I'm resisting the urge to break into the He-Man style Hey song, or What's Going On from Four Non-Blondes. I guess we just leave now. I really thought the item room was up here. Sadly, no such luck, but health is good. And you know what? That's all you can ask for, man, because you can't take the money and items with you when you go. That would be interesting, though, wouldn't it? If there was an endless mode in The Binding of Isaac, where if you beat the game, you just started doing it over again with the same items, with the difficulty increased, and you could, you know, set a world record for how many consecutive runs you won. I wonder when it would get crazy difficult. Like, what if it would add a new metagame? Because if you picked up like fetus in a jar, I'm pretty sure that would make you crazy strong, of course, for like the first 2 runs, maybe even longer. I didn't realize these guys could shoot their heads over the rocks. But after that point, it doesn't scale well, right? You would just get more HP, but I don't think you can get more damage from it, so I don't know. It would add an interesting kind of dynamic there, I think. Scapular, we'll take it. Sometimes that has ended up saving my life, even though I don't understand its mechanics all that well. Burnt Penny is not necessary. It might be a good asset. But I'm skipping it because I don't think long term. I mostly think about how much damage am I going to do in the next room, which has served me both well and terribly, depending on your perspective. Now, the other guy doesn't seem to want to shoot me, which is making this room really easy. There he goes. And we'll just do the kind of standard pattern on these guys. I really wish that the Pinky Eye procced a little bit more often than it actually does, but, you know, you can't always get what you want, I suppose. One of these ways has to get to the boss room, but it's been a long time since I've remembered seeing a weird kind of like fork like this. We're probably going to end up getting a dead end on one of these paths unless they connect at some point, but I don't think that's built into the like procedural generation algorithm. You ever notice, like, is there like a funky band yet called the Al Gore Rhythm? Because that seems like something that would have been huge on MySpace or something, like a ska band in particular. Called the Al Gore Rhythm. Or maybe they play math rock, you know, that would be fitting, I suppose. Anyway, we're just going to back ourselves up and around. Here we are, almost back to full health. And you know what, it kind of looks like these rooms might connect, or there was a dead end there. If they connect, that's a really cool anomaly, I guess, in the Binding of Isaac's generation, which I haven't seen in a long time. They do not connect. Alright, so never mind. Alright, somehow I managed to do a weird internal dodge on that guy. And I hate these turrets because they F up my dodging every time. Not just the fire one, but also the one in the center, of course. But so far, so good. Depths Part 1. Floor's gone well. We have a lot of HP. And this might be my opportunity, finally, to get a deal with the devil. Deserved after all this time. Now, you know what? I can basically just hang out over here. Oh, no, I can't, you know, because we had that range downgrade that we got earlier that is now fucking me up a little bit. There we go. Bomb fly exploded. We're still safe over here. But yeah, our range is a real problem. But if I stay smart and dodge appropriately, should be okay. Stop moving around, please. You're causing me some issues. I wonder if I could probably just throw a bomb over there, but I'm not sure I want to risk it because it's going really well so far. Why mess it up, basically? Alright, we didn't get to deal with the devil, but we did get a tears and an HP upgrade. That's good, because we did have that tears downgrade earlier. We're not scaling super well, but Book of Belial basically is acting like a paste right now, which allows us to cover all of our other shortcomings, shall we say. Our damage is okay, I guess, but it's not good enough to beat the game. And I feel like we've been having a lot of those runs lately. Runs where, like, through the vanilla game, and, you know, soon after, everything goes alright. Oh, I'm too slow. Okay, good to know. But after that, things kind of fall off the rails a little bit. I don't even think it's worth buying the Steam. How much? I'll spend 12 cents on that. We're just going to buy the tarot card. It's death. You know what? Death is almost not even worth carrying with me. It might seem like a waste of money, and I guess objectively it is, but at the same time, it doesn't matter because I have a lot of it. So, I mean, death would have been worth it if it saved me from taking damage on the room I would have used it on, but it wouldn't have because I would have used it on, you know, this room. And I was just going to say I'm not going to take damage on this room anyway, but then I did. That is karma. I'll tell you that. So, again, you know, we're going to go through the works on this room. We're going to go to the item room and the shop. We've already been to the shop, sorry. We're going to go to the item room, and hopefully we'll find some... arcade would be good. Some special rooms like that. I don't really want anything from a library. I mean, when it comes to the library, there's really only two viable choices that you want most of the time, right? You want to pick up either a... I think we saw Technology 2 in the library once, but that's an extreme rarity. But I think you want to get a Book of Revelations or a Book of Belial. And of course, we already have a Book of Belial, so what's the point? And Book of Revelations, you know, we already have decent amounts of Spirit Hearts. And our shortcoming... Oh, that guy spit both ways. Our shortcoming is really damage, not health. At least at this point, that will change. Of course, the end of every run is because you have a shortcoming in health, if you want to get technical. Although, obviously, there are other mitigating factors that go into it. I mean, you know, we're on Necropolis now. It could be tricky. It's a hard floor. I was mentioning in the last episode that Necropolis, for me, is proportionally, I think, the hardest alternate floor that you can possibly get. May or may not be true for most people, but... Oh, I really thought he would die before that. Sometimes, whenever champions have more health, I get stupid about it. But hey, Balls of Steel pills still falling like rain. Hopefully we'll pick up Judgment. That's worth it, because right now we're just kind of looking for outlets to spend our money. Please give me a high damage item or an objective attribute upgrade. Just not a spacebar item is the best that I could hope for. The Empress. Another good card. What's better, Empress or Emperor? I think the Emperor is still better if we can manage to hold on to that until the Isaac fight, or until the Cathedral, I guess, to be more literally accurate. And we'll continue moving on here. Judgments have such a high propensity to be useful. They're really, if only there was a run where maybe you don't get... I feel like in the most recent episodes, I just keep, like, hypothesizing cool Isaac things that will never be added, but get people interested at least. But what about a run where you don't get item rooms or shops, but there's like a 80% chance increase or 80% increased chance of judgment spawning? So sometimes you could end up getting like, you know, 5 judgments per floor or something like that. Now I think you'd have to tweak it to make the items that they drop a little bit more different, because as of right now, they have a very large propensity to drop HP upgrades, and they do occasionally drop other stuff, but not all that often. This is a fast-ass chub here, which is annoying. Fast-ass chub sounds almost like weed culture talk. That was really bad of me as well. Not the weed culture joke, but the fact that I got hit there when I really should not have. I guess I'll just use this poop as a shield. And that should allow me to kill him. Hopefully the poison damage takes him down, so I don't even have to be there when it happens. Now, sadly, we have not found our item room yet, so I gotta kill these dudes and then back out, because I don't really want to fight Mom and skip our last item room. The problem with this is that the item room might be totally useless. But again, any run where we beat Mom, meet and beat, which sounds like... Doesn't that sound like something that could be like a standard term on Craigslist? Like, single dude looking for jack-off partner, no gay stuff, just to meet and beat? That sounds like a... something that you could see on Craigslist. And I say you, because I wouldn't see it on Craigslist, because I don't go on that shit, man. It's a dark place. I heard there was this really great prank on Craigslist, which, you know, looking back on it, is still funny, but also kind of cruel, where this guy set up, like, a casual encounters ad, which is an ad for, like, I guess just having intercourse with no strings attached. And he set it up as a girl, and then he told all these guys, to, like, when he got a bunch of requests, because, you know, inevitably you're going to, as a female, I guess, anyway, he, like, told them to all meet in this Toys R Us parking lot, and then just filmed what happened, or, like, watched what happened and blogged about it, and there were, like, you know, 80 cars in the Toys R Us parking lot, all with just single dudes in it looking to get some action, which is a very weird and perhaps inappropriate place for that meetup to happen, which makes it all the funnier, I guess. But, you know, at the time, I was like, yeah, fuck those guys, but now I'm kind of like, yeah, you know, that's kind of mean, but, you know, it's still funny, I guess. I can never be the guy who says, like, that's too mean to be funny, unless it actually involves, like, physically hurting somebody. Because otherwise, you know, if you can't laugh at that and you're a part of it, then you're part of the problem, man. I'm not saying you deserved it to happen to you, but if you're like, well, I got tricked, oh man, that's Mom's knife. If I got tricked into, like, meeting up for casual sex in the Toys R Us parking lot, like, that's just, you wrote that down on paper, that's just funny to see. So I feel like if it happened to me, I would laugh about it, provided it didn't completely ruin my life. Anyway, we have Mom's knife now, and this presents a very interesting change to our situation, because now our damage is going to be goddamn crazy. God damage crazy, right? I still don't know if we have enough to carry us through, but between this and Book of Belial and the fact that we have a decent amount of health and at least a couple more items coming in the pipeline, we've got some really good chances. I don't even need to use Book of Belial on this room. I mean, there are likely benefits to doing so, like maybe I'll take less damage in the long run, but there's probably benefits to keeping Book of Belial around as well in case I find the boss early on the next floor. So it's almost like a kind of why bother situation. I'm going to fight without using Book of Belial, and it went totally fine. And Super Bandage is actually going to help us out a lot there too. This is interesting. This might have been a total game changer for us, because just kind of by virtue of good luck, we got all the items that I wanted to get. We have Compass, we have Mom's Knife, we have the ability to fly, and Spectral Tears. We have Book of Belial. Like, we've got some very positive things working for us in our favor. Now, sadly, it appears that the boss room is very far away from us here. It could have been close, but sadly it isn't. We'll see if we've got anything in here. If it was a golden chest, I might have opened it. This might be the first time in a while where I think we have a very realistic chance of beating Isaac and getting to the chest. Of course, you know, now we have to make it happen. You can't just say it and will it into existence. And there are some unique kind of problems with having Mom's Knife. Like, I have to get close to enemies, but I love situations like this where I actually don't have to get close to enemies. I can just hang out over top of a rock as if this is an NBC show and let some good stuff happen to me. So, unfortunately, Gertie Jr. is one of those enemies that, without rocks, is kind of an asshole, but okay, we got hit by flies. At least Gertie Jr., we didn't give Gertie Jr. the satisfaction of hitting us, which is all that matters. I need like a Tears or a range upgrade, I feel, as well. Now, this should be easy. Again, these rocks are going to be something that we're going to be able to abuse pretty nicely, and the diagonal is actually working really well there. I almost never use the diagonal functionality on Mom's Knife, or on, I don't know if you can shoot Tears in general. You can definitely shoot Mom's Knife diagonal, though. Like, like, there we go. It takes a little bit of finesse. The timing is more precise than you might expect. It's not quite, you know, Street Fighter or something, but it's tricky. Trickier than firing a shot left or right, anyway. And it, you know, it comes in handy now and then, but you almost never see me use it except by accident. So, we are fighting death. You know what? This is perfect Book of Belial opportunity, because this dude is an asshole, and if we can kill him before he spawns zombies, that makes my life easier. And if we can kill his horse in 2 hits, or 3 hits, or if it hits us, then I'll get real angry. He's just gonna give us second cube of meat? That's fine, you know, that'll help us take out enemies that are quick and close to us. And then we're going to move on to Mom's Heart, which appears to be fairly close. You know, there is another kind of micro goal I could have on this floor of going to the arcade, and then in the arcade, going to the blood bank, and then going to that boss trap room. But is there much value in that? I think there's more risk than value, quite frankly, because, you know, what if we end up dying in the mob trap or boss trap room? We do only have a spirit heart and a half, so, you know, if things go wrong, they can go wrong pretty quickly. So let's instead just focus on survival and victory, really. Probably will use Book of Belial against Mom's Heart because, you know, why not at this point? I probably should have used it against Mom, but at the same time, I wasn't just trying to be strategic, I was also proving a point that we were now suddenly several, probably orders of magnitude stronger than we were previously. As you can tell by the fact that we're one-shotting these envies with style. Now, again, I was hoping that we get some tinted rocks there, or here. Well, we tried at least. Well, we didn't try. We got kind of lucky, but still. Phew, that was kind of close. I don't think I've gotten a single damage upgrade, have I? I've gotten Tears upgrades, but I haven't gotten any damage upgrades. So this is like vanilla damage from Mom's Knife? If so, man, I forgot how useful it is. Anyway, Mom's Knife fight. Should be easy. Might still take some damage from the lasers. I'm a little slow. That was close. Pop with the Belial, and then, you know, do we even need to bother using bombs? I kind of don't think so, because we can just, you know, if enemies come out, big deal. We can basically one-shot them. I still took damage, because, you know, it wouldn't be a Northern Lion video if I didn't take damage in some completely unnecessary way. Let's try not to take as much damage as I've been taking here, because that's kind of crazy. But we can at least get back to full health before we go to that Isaac fight, and to be quite frank with you, I think I should use the Emperor card, because then we can go to the chest and make some good stuff happen. So, the Isaac fight seems far enough away that the Emperor card is a good use here. Let's make this happen. It's weird how you come in on the bottom instead of through the doorway, but, I mean, I understand it, of course. I mean, the other thing is that we could have easily argued that maybe we should charge up our Book of Belial first, and if I end up dying, I think that's a very valid criticism that perhaps was an oversight in my decision here. But at the same time, we shouldn't have too much trouble Although we might be low on health when we get to the chest now. Which is less than ideal, of course, but still, good fight so far. Could have been better. Book of Belial, he'd already be dead by now. No question. So I'm just tossing some bombs in here because I think Isaac's hitbox is pretty high. It didn't actually hit him there. And one more hit might, though. Yeah, there we go. So he's dead. We've beaten Isaac. It's been the first time we've legitimately beaten Isaac, not on a challenge run in a long time, I think. Okay, just chill out. That was some seriously Gillette Pro dodging there, but we lost it at the end. It's okay, though. All we need is one more hit, and then we can go to the chest. And Bob's your uncle. We're good to go here. First vanilla chest run in a long time. Celtic Cross probably scales well with the Scapular, although I'm too kind of ignorant to know how. X-ray goggles, not really that useful. Oh man, that is a bad series of items on the chest here. It was really hoping for just like one damage upgrade of some sort. Would have been beautiful for me. And now I'm like, dude, we might actually lose this one. Legitimately, like, we're only 2 hits away from death. And we're further than that away from the boss room. But I guess that's where I'll be relying on Celtic Cross and Scapular to potentially, finally, earn the title of half-decent item. Because for the most part, I've been considering them as pretty much garbage. For better or for worse. For smarter or for dumber, I guess is a better way to put that. Because I know there's people out there that really like Celtic Cross. I'm not one of them necessarily. Now, please be the secret room with a ton of red hearts. Ooh, this is weird. Alright, oh god, run. We're gonna die here. We're too slow to get away from Lust. Pop Book of Belial. Don't get hit by that. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was very close. Ah, my god, I can't believe that all came crashing down so close to the end. As always, thank you guys for watching. At least we beat Isaac and broke that curse. And again, I apologize if I sound a little bit sick and that makes you feel gross. Shit happens. Continue suggesting challenge runs. I will do the ones I deem most entertaining or appropriate. And as always, thanks for everybody for watching and supporting the series as we enter our second half of the bi-millennium. I don't even know if you put that like that. Hopefully you know what I mean. Or a road to 1,000, if you will. Not that I'm going to brand it that way. But in any case, again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.